What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to New Jersey's #1
No. Go for it. Keep going.
entertainment podcast.
PAK.
Yeah. with the traffic report.
On the ones and twos.
Episode 75 of Press Any Key. We're here. Obviously, like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Leave us a review. Tell your friends. Everything that helps the algorithm on anything that you're watching this on. You know, like, why isn't there like an upvote on podcast apps?
It's like download. It's like music where it's like popularity and downloads and shit will bring it up and down, but you can it's just everybody thumb
so
down.
It's like somebody has to actually listen to this.
Yeah,
shit.
No, it's the
Damn it.
It's the tough part of it.
Shit. Okay.
There's always a catch.
Always
you know?
a catch.
Right.
We're back this week.
We are back this week. Where were we last week? I was in a mountain.
You were mountain trekking,
Making night moves.
being a goat, being a night move.
Making night moves.
Shout out to night moves.
Shout out to night moves. Bob Seger, wherever you are.
Whatever you're doing.
All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This week we're talking about
Thanks everyone.
See you later. We're talking about Jurassic World Dominion, which is a stupid name. We're talking about Summer Games Fest. It's an okay name. We have the Miss Marvel premiere, which is one episode. Did you watched it? Right?
I did. Didn't 2 episodes come out?
Just one.
Yeah, because
just
I
one.
thought I saw like
watched
everybody.
it?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I saw everybody being like, "Here's our review of episode 1 and 2," and I was like, "Bitch, there's only one on my."
Well, the influencers got 1 and 2.
Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, you know.
We are. If you guys like our show, we'll become.
Yeah,
the
but now they
influence-
don't have a show next week. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
And then we have some fun trailers to look at. But starting it off, okay, we got some bullshit that came down the pipeline. Everybody, I realize you have you noticed that I've been very quiet on this topic until this very moment.
I didn't know what your take was gonna be, but
Dude, all right. So Joker 2 has officially been announced, and the name of it is, for all of the emos out there, is Folia Do, which is, everybody knows, Fall Out Boy's worst album.
oh, that is the hottest take, bud. That album is.
I forget they have
amazing.
albums past that too.
Well,
They have three,
the,
right?
Yeah, that's the problem. You have like all the save rock and roll shit. Like that's bad. Folia Do is a good album. I will not be here for slander.
Is it pop punk?
Yeah, it's a little theatrical in some ways, but
Okay,
it's
so
pop
it's-
punk.
all
It's
right.
got some bangers.
All right. Well, either way though, that's what they named it. So, do you know what it translates to?
I do. It is a French phrase for shared psychosis, meaning the
Well,
delusion of
yeah.
mental illness shared by 2 people in a close association.
Yeah, I think the translation is madness for 2. Is it not?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some shit like that.
Which
Who
is
do you
cool.
think? Who do you think the other one is?
Well,
That's my question.
It's it's a cool title. I mean, if who's Joker's partner in most things? Like, I mean, you think
himself. He had a fake girlfriend in the last one. Remember? That's smart.
That's true.
artistic, creative choice to give him a fake girlfriend.
Right.
And then when they pull the rug out from underneath us, we're supposed to be like, "Oh no!"
oh darn.
If this happened in the late '90s, I would have been shocked. But today, fuck no.
No, I know. So I mean, it's a cool play on words with him being the madness of 2 because he's all fractured and all fucked up, and it might be like a
You've seen Joker, right?
yeah.
Have you-
Yes. Yes.
And
Okay.
it,
I have.
it might be like
What
Arthur.
do you think?
It's a fine movie. It's not a fine DC movie. Like I don't care much. Like it's okay. It was interesting. Joaquin Phoenix is good,
What
but
about you?
I liked it. It wasn't bad. I thought it was
Okay.
cool.
I think if you just gave me this weirdo, that's
I-
fine. Don't put him with Batman.
Overall, I walked into Joker expecting this like masterpiece that people said it was, and I walked out of it and I was like, that was one of the worst movies I've seen in my life.
Yeah, it's
Like the production design, beautiful. The direction, competent. The acting, incredible. Joaquin Phoenix, like, the man
Amazing in
doesn't
that
just
role.
change like the emotion. He changed the very essence of what those emotions mean, like in scenes. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
That being said, there's too much dancing. This man just dances too much.
it's fine. Yeah, he's crazy. And
He
it's,
brings
it's,
a gun to a child to a children's hospital.
But back then, like, who didn't?
I guess you're right.
This is pre 9/11. They
Yeah.
weren't checking anybody for anything. Like,
Damn, I guess you're right. So But yeah, either way, I didn't like it. People at least in my circle, they always ask me like, "How did you not like Joker? How did you not like?"
Look,
it's just like I can't help you. I can't help you if you like Joker. Okay?
Again, like outside of it being the Joker, fine. I think literally if they were just like, we're not going to make it like
ending
that.
brings my fucking piss to a boil too, where he just fucking explains the ending of the movie to him.
Oh,
To the audience. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't know. Either way. So the other thing is that this whole madness for 2 aspect, like I get, obviously it's like 2 sequel, like that's how we're going to title it.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think the other, like if it were to be an actual person though, not like I made a fake girlfriend, like what if he actually has like a girlfriend? Like what if they actually bring in like a Harley Quinn?
That's what I was wondering.
You know what I
like,
mean?
if
Because
they're-
like the end of the first movie also kills me because it's a big fuck you to the audience where it's like, maybe he dreamed it all up and like he's in an institution.
yeah.
But like now, like he is in an institution. You know what I mean? So this just kind of like negates that whole idea that maybe he dreamed it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that like I don't it's getting weirdly complicated, I think, with a lot of DC things, and I think they're just gonna continually digging themselves deeper.
Are they just gonna fucking at the end of the next one be like, oh, maybe that's all made up too?
I don't know. It's because like you with the Batman, you have a new Joker, so it's like you're clearly going to do a follow up to the Batman,
Yeah.
with that Joker. And then you're gonna have the Joker 2 over here doing this, and it's like if you're gonna put Harley in Joker 2, it's like you're not gonna use the same actress
Yeah.
because that's in this universe
Yes.
here, which is still separate from the Batman
I don't-
universe.
I
It's
don't-
just like
I don't-
what the fuck is
I
going
guess-
on?
Well, I mean, like, is that really confusing anymore for people? Like, the audience seem to like accept the fact that there's different universes and different continuities now.
Well, I think for
Like,
the-
we're far beyond that, and it's weird how like 10 years ago everyone was like, DC just needs to get their shit in line and get in one universe, the Snyderverse, right?
right.
Now it's Marvel needs to get their shit in line and start making one-off things. You know what I mean? Like,
I think only because Margot Robbie is such an established Harley Quinn in 4 movies now.
oh yeah, it'll be, you know, that's actually a better point.
Like,
That.
Yeah,
she
I was gonna
has
say that too.
she has legacy character in that role, and
I think she has creative say.
yeah,
too.
because she co-produced Birds of Prey,
Something like
Like
that.
she was,
Yeah.
she was behind
Yeah.
the scenes as well. But I don't know if they're gonna do like. I don't think they'll put her in it because also like the energy of that would be entirely different. So
I
I don't
think
know.
maybe it's a Batman.
So
Again.
it would be a young. 'cause
Again.
it would be a young Batman.
He'd only be 13.
right.
And maybe he's his brother. You know, like so the other thing is that, just saying, maybe it's Willem Dafoe. And not like Willem Dafoe the person, like he's playing himself. Like
The actual actor
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe.
Like Willem Dafoe is going to play a character in the movie because he had a quote about how he liked the idea of like different Jokers. You know, like there's kind of in the vague of like where there's like different universes, but these would be in the same movie. So what if there's 2 crazy guys,
Yeah, I
you know,
think they're
dressed
gonna
up like Jokers?
if they do that approach, I think it's going to be too close to Fight Club. Which, you know, like, don't bother trying to remake
kind of like
that.
how the first one was too close to Taxi
and kind
King
of like how,
Comedy. Like,
you know, it's just it's an homage at this point. And
Yeah.
how Top Gun was literally just the Death Star run, but it's okay. We're fine now. We're happy about it.
Don't you dare.
It'd be interesting. It's you know, nothing. It's just he just shared a picture of the script, right?
Right.
Like that was like what Joaquin
Yeah,
Phoenix did. So we know he's starring in it.
I think he has a dog in the picture, and he's clearly in a Beverly Hills Hollywood office.
I mean, where else would he be?
I mean, he's probably only there for meetings.
He lives there,
You
Pat.
know what I mean? Like
He's
he's,
a
probably
Hollywood
only there
elite.
for meetings. Why wouldn't they just Zoom? You know,
It's about the FaceTime, buddy. It's the industry.
FaceTime,
iPhone 4. FaceTime.
FaceTime. All right, yeah. So either way,
Do we have any like anticipated dates or any release?
fuck
Nothing.
no. I didn't see any official release date. I mean, the first one came out 3 years ago, right? So this is definitely at least 2 years away. Goddamn, 5 years for a fucking Joker sequel.
That like nobody is.
It must be a good
happy
script
about.
though, because Joaquin Phoenix will not do movies that he doesn't think are great. So
That's true.
I have my own theory actually.
Oh, go for it.
So, I feel like it, even though like the title is due, it might not literally be like just two people. I think they're going to go more into like his followers that he had, and it's going to be more like culty and kind of like go
Right.
like maybe establish
That
that
is
more.
an interesting prospect.
Well,
And like that uprising.
that follows off of where it ended. Like
Right.
if to your point, if it's real, then
No, not to my point. The movie made that point.
yes,
Remember, the movie did that
the
to
item
you.
of which you've brought up.
Yeah.
You know, like that would make sense because it's now he has
Yeah.
some kind of following, and it's the madness of.
But once again, who the fuck knows?
this is pure,
Yeah.
you know,
Because
like.
we're allowed to just do that in storytelling now. We're allowed to just be like, fuck you.
Well, if you just put 5 years between anything, they're just gonna be like, you know, stuff happened. Don't worry about it. We're making another one. Like,
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay, well, speaking of stuff happening,
stuff happens.
there was a Prey trailer that came out.
Oh boy.
And I pray tell you haven't watched. No, all right.
I pray to God you have not missed this trailer.
So I'm so stupid that I thought when they announced this movie it was called Prey, as in like
Like
yes,
Like religion.
like pray for-
Christianity,
And I thought
any
and
religion,
the working
pray.
title originally was Skull. Like that's what this movie was in production under. Then they changed it to Prey, and I thought it was this. Then when I saw it spelled out, I thought it was Prey, as in like, you know, predator prey type of thing. Like I thought that's what it was. It didn't just click like that's what it is.
What it is, yeah.
Until I finally saw the trailer and I was like, but the predator is the actual prey.
Well, it's the fully
yeah.
dude.
Oh, shit.
Is the predator? Is, you know, the whole I can
Full
get him,
circle.
I'll kill him, you know.
Yeah. Well, all right. So maybe Joker's the predator.
Oh,
Dude. What's it called? Did you see that tweet?
Dancing
Did
in
you
the woods.
speaking of Predator? I mean, speaking of the Predator series, did you see that tweet that was like, Joker 2 should take place during a heat wave in LA while Danny Glover's looking for a serial killer? And people were like, "What? This is a stupid fucking plot." All this, like, someone had to tell them that's the plot to Predator 2. Okay, it's not a good movie.
Like no one's made up anything here. Like, why
During
would you
gang-
ever do this?
during gang wars, it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, dude, come on, just admit you got like.
It's okay, bud.
It's okay. So this is a Predator sequel set in
Sequel?
yes.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
I guess a prequel.
Well, it's well, it depends, you know, like they're a whole race of predators. So it doesn't-
yes, and they have like millions of years of like whatever, so
Yeah.
you can kind of set them up anyway. It's just another Predator film. I don't think it's a sequel or
It's
prequel.
set 300 years ago.
Like if they
in-
do some shit where her last name's like real, like it translates to like Wayland, I'd be like, you motherfuckers, no, stop it.
Yeah. Don't give them
Just
ideas.
don't do that.
Nah, it's set in Comanche Nation 300 years ago, and we get the main character, the protagonist is a young woman who is like from the trailer we're like, you know, like I want to hunt, I can do this, like, you know, having something to prove, like in a Mulan-esque fashion. So
Oh, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I didn't realize what you're saying
yeah.
for a second there. I just kind of took it as that she like that. Maybe like obviously there's some conflict with her character, right? But I don't really see it in. I get what you're saying.
Well, they said
but
that,
I don't.
like, you know, she's like, why do you want to hunt? Because I can. And she's talking with the guy, and he's like, well, what do you need? Like, you do, like, it's pretty much like, stay in your lane.
Maybe okay.
And then, of course, she's
Maybe I
going to
didn't
be
get that.
the only one who can, you know, actually determine how to learn and fight and kill the predator.
Maybe I'm an idiot.
It's okay, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but it does look good. It looks good as fuck. Actually, it looks like there's gonna be plenty of tension. My only apprehension in this whole thing is that it's a Hulu original movie.
I mean, from how it looks
It looks
fantastic.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Who's the director?
check that out. But, like, what I really, and I'm wondering if it's kind of like coming off of The Northman, like, I'm really here for these kind of period pieces of like early combat history where it's, you know, you're not fighting with guns and you're not doing lightsabers and shit. We're not doing any of that.
It's from Dan Trachtenberg, and he directed 10 Cloverfield Lane, which have you seen?
Right, yeah.
Incredible movie.
Yeah. So you're going to get like that kind of horror-esque
Oh, yeah.
elements of things.
Dude, fucking John, what's his name? John Goodman.
John Goodman.
He should have got a fucking Oscar nomination.
He was
for
so good in
10
that movie.
Cloverfield Lane. Yeah, all right, I have faith in this now. It comes out August 5th, so we'll definitely talk about it on
That's
this show.
quick, yeah.
Yeah. And we'll, it'll be on streaming, so fuck it.
Yeah, right.
Who's got Hulu? You got Hulu?
I got Hulu.
You got Hulu?
I sure do.
I feel like Hulu's the solid number 2. Like everyone has
Absolutely.
Netflix, and then Hulu comes next.
Yeah, and then I'd say HBO.
Netflix is going downhill,
Or
though.
Disney. Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
say it.
You're saying it. Oh, she's calling it out.
Really? You guys are gonna suck Stranger Things off like that, and then fucking bite the hand that
Absolutely.
feeds
Stranger
you?
Things
Is a-
carrying Netflix.
Yes, they are the sole
I finished it, by the
lighthouse.
way.
Now,
Yes.
let me ask you a
Finally.
question. How many subscriptions do you think are going to be canceled by the time June rolls around after Stranger Things
Oh,
comes?
well, that's why they really strategically announced Squid Games 2. That they just announced that either, I don't know, recently, like formally the creator said that's coming back. Here's a couple little like facts about
Yeah.
it. So they're doing that real creatively in between when, season 4 part 1 and season 4 part 2. And then they also said there is going to be a Stranger Things season 5.
I told you that.
You said it,
guys
yeah.
didn't listen to me.
You were correct. I thought it was doing like a
Y'all
Breaking
don't
Bad
listen?
thing, but
This is, and the reason that they delayed the last 2 episodes is because the VFX just weren't done.
it's fine. Like they should.
There's more VFX shots in the final episode than there is in all of Stranger Things 3.
Yeah.
Like that's
Isn't that last episode like 2.5 hours long?
both of them.
I
Both
think I-
episodes are like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
like
Well,
close to
episode
3.
like 6 or whatever, the last one of this one was 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
So
like that, dude. These are feature length films you're putting out.
I'm
now.
I'm still, and we're not going to go on this too much longer, but like there's no reason, like they shot themselves in the foot for not releasing this weekly. Like,
Yeah, but did you see why they're not going to do that?
did they say why?
Yeah, they did.
What did they say?
Their exact quote was, "We don't feel the need to change our user experience in regards to Stranger Things because that's the experience this audience for this show has come to expect." And dude, they have the data to back that up. They know what your account does every single time you do something
That's
with it.
fair.
Okay? Like that is 100% true. I think when Stranger Things is over, and like Stranger Things 5 is not coming for like another year or 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that.
Well, because they recorded all of it, right? I
yeah.
think that's what they did. Yeah.
So, I think maybe then, they'll start dropping things episode by episode, but not until this is over.
I mean, I get and I'm not, obviously saying I'm smarter than millions of data and data researchers and everybody at one of the, biggest.
You're not.
I'm not. I'm never gonna say that. But like from just a
It's how you interpret the data.
from the simpleton's perspective, I'm
Yeah.
being like, you can it's like what we said with Peacekeeper or Peacemaker, which I can never remember which is the actual one, but it commanded social media for all like that
yeah,
long.
I get like part of the being part of the conversation online is good, but it's also one of those things where, like, okay, Halo just stumbled out of the gate, tripped on every coffee table possible, and it was the topic of conversation every time a new episode dropped. And at the last episode, the very last one that came about, that's when they released like the craziest heavy action scenes. So that was nothing but on social media for the week after that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even though like it was dude, we're going to talk about Miss Marvel. The Miss Marvel conversation's already happening. That's why we're getting views on that one fucking video. Like
Check it out.
So I get the strategy, but also like, I got to watch all of The Witcher in one day, like
Yeah, but like
I'm not ready to give that up
until
yet.
you just brought up The Witcher, I forgot about it. Like that's like,
shit, I guess you're right. The boys,
yeah.
The Boys, which we should definitely do a season 3 review on when it's
for
finished. Because I'm not watching that show weekly. I'm gonna wait until I get all 8 in the can, and then I'm just gonna fucking fly through them in 1 week. That's what I like to do.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just how things come in swings and waves and shit. Like back then, it was like that's all we had, growing up, and now it's like they gave us everything.
We still have it. We can have it all.
That's the thing. Yeah, you can definitely have it all. But I think when I got everything, I was like, "Fuck, this is
now
too much."
I have a question for you. I know the answer is no, but
No.
in a world where corporate greed and capitalism wasn't a thing, which it is, do you think they'd ever make an option to either have it fed to you once a week, or you can have the whole thing right now?
I think purely from where we are with technology, they wouldn't do either or, because I would just pay for the option that is obviously going to be cheaper and get it weekly. and then just stream the rest on another site. Because if you're like, when you anything that you can play into a computer, you got a capture card, it will be the best quality possible. You know, you can do 4K. Like,
Yeah.
So anything that is that, you know, streamable, it's gonna be.
Okay.
What about you?
Give it to me all at once.
You want it all at once?
Yeah.
Jess, what about you?
I think I would also do all at once, but I would probably still take my time watching it.
Yeah. I mean,
The
like,
smart way. Yeah.
yeah. But also, like, you know, it's the once a week keeping up and then having to engage. Fucking, I said first world problems. All right.
Maybe if they did 2 a week, they did one on like
2 a week would be nice.
like
Yeah,
Tuesday and
that's
Friday.
a good happy medium.
Well, I like Tuesday and Thursday.
it was too close for me.
Yeah, you know.
But anyway,
Okay. So, let's talk another trailer there, guys. This one's for me because I know nobody on this fucking show. Oh, you too? You
Yeah.
play Resident Evil all of a sudden?
no, I played Resident Evil 4 was like the first.
Will you
Resident
play this
Evil.
one?
I probably will play it again. Yeah, that for GameCube. Resident Evil 4 is coming out with a remaster.
Yeah, Resident Evil remake.
Remake.
There's a difference.
Sorry.
We have another remake on this list too.
Oh.
That's coming out. I think you'll see it on the list. Oh no, I didn't fill
No,
it in.
you
Sorry.
didn't.
You don't have it. I do. All right. So yeah, the Resident Evil 4 remake trailer was released during the Sony State of Play that happened this week, and I mean, I've said it on this show 100 times. I love the Resident Evil games. Anything they put out past that medium is dog water. It's so bad. I played 7 all the way through. I played 8 all the way. I played them all. I played every single mainline title since I'm a young boy, like since the PlayStation.
A wee
days.
pat.
A wee pat on N64 too. Even though those ports sucked, I played them all.
Right.
Resident Evil 4. Every new edition that came out, I bought it and played through it.
Yeah.
I got the VR helmet
To
to
play
play
Resident
Resident
Evil
Evil 4 VR. It is my favorite video game of all time.
Real? I didn't know that.
Yes. I cannot tell you how much this will suck if they fuck this up.
Well, how are they gonna fuck it up?
Did you play Resident Evil 3 Remake?
I did not.
Okay. There's your prime example.
So what
Okay.
did they? Because I mean, obviously, like
So-
the whole point of doing the remake is better graphics, better controls, better.
Right. Make
you
it
know,
playable.
Make it better, so you can just.
I
play
don't
it more
feel
up to
like
standard.
you need that today, though. Like, I went back and played RE on my PC in 2020 before 3 Remake came out, and I just used an Xbox controller, and it played fine. It played exactly what I remembered it, and it's still a great fucking game, too.
Right.
And the impact that it had on changing games going forward, making things over the shoulder, more action in games, horror and action. I mean, Dead Space, pretty much.
Right
Devil
up
May
front,
Cry
yeah.
got started because of it. Gears of War, Ghost Recon, every game became an over-the-shoulder action shooter. They still use the fucking over-the-shoulder camera angle today.
Yeah.
They just fucking left align your character to that side of the screen.
Well, that's what, like, when this came out, or when, like, you know, when you were like, yo, like, let's check this out, this is a thing, my initial reaction was, they don't need to remake this. Like,
Yes,
And-
I think you're right, but the reason that they are is because I feel like there's an expectation now.
that was going to be, like, when I had time to sit on it,
Yeah.
I was like, you know, like,
Are they going to remake 5?
they're probably just going to, well, that's the thing. Like, if you're looking 10 years down the line or something like that, and, like, if you've just decided to, like, cherry pick which ones you're going to remake and be like, oh, 4 we didn't need to do, it's going to look like shit in 10 years, just
Right.
comparably.
But the other thing that's important is that they haven't knocked it out of the park with remakes yet. 2 was fucking unbelievable how great of a remake that was. Now, there are some things, game systems they changed because, you know, it was on the fucking N64 and PlayStation 1. But overall, it was a great survival horror game.
Right.
Resident Evil 3 remake was like, what the fuck happened? Like, this was clearly planned DLC for Resident Evil 2, but
And they
it
just
ended
kept
up being
going.
way more popular. So they're like, let's hold off on it and try to make it a full game. And it is not that. It's what is that?
Do you think because, like, they were like, how they approached it, probably they didn't want to just scrap production and, like,
Well, yeah, for
50%
sure.
of
I
it?
mean, like, and the ironic part is, like, that's how Resident Evil 3 got made. Originally, it was supposed to be a spin-off of the second game, but instead they were like, let's just make 3 its own title.
right. But I mean, like, 4, like, the tank controls are a little bit, you know,
A little dated.
a little dated at this
What's the matter?
point.
You can't
like,
quick turn anymore?
Can't quick turn no more. Can't do that. But I really hope they don't mess with like a lot of the timing functionality and like the stopping to shoot and aim and everything, because that's what gave that like the horror element of it.
What is interesting is in a leak that came out after the weekend that Resident Evil 3 Remake came out, was we got a leak for Resident Evil Village, which turned out to be true. That it was first person, there was werewolves, there's all, and everything in that was true. We got a remake, we got alerted that this was being made, and oh god, what's the other one? Revelations 3 was actually going to be made too in that game series too. So all of god, what was it? So all of that is falling in line. However, there was a soft reboot of Resident Evil 4 Remake in development. It's because I think they saw the backlash to 3 and how it wasn't very faithful to the original concept, but also they just didn't put in content. Like they just cut sections of the game that people like loved and remembered.
You can't do that like, shit for a game that old.
Yeah,
like,
and they charged $60 for a game that had a runtime of 4 hours and 30 minutes. It was fucking highway robbery. I'm telling you, it was DLC that they cut.
Bruh.
That's a no good.
That's a no good. That should be a drop check.
It's gonna be a no from me, dog.
That's a no from me.
So this one, I think it's going to be more horror driven. It dings all the bells and whistles when I watch this trailer. Like I see they got the cult insignia.
Right.
I see they put the first village in. They've replicated it very nicely. I see that they haven't fucked with Leon's design. They've updated everything very, very nicely. You know what I mean? It like everything looks significantly creepier too.
Yeah.
It looks like actual daytime as opposed to like just a yellow filter.
Yeah, a gray yellow haze like on everything. It does look really, really good. I'll give you that. And like those were all like cutscenes and like
so
rendered
much
out,
to see, dude, because they showed you some of like the cult in the castle, but like think about the lab, think about the fucking the regenerators, think about the fucking
the lake, like
the lake monster, the big black beast that comes to get you with the hood and everything.
Yeah, the big like the guy from R2, RE2. Isn't that what he's in?
No, not him.
No, I know, but like the esque kind, like
No, he's not even like that.
No,
God, he's one of the handlers for the little small dude.
Oh, right.
Chases you in the sewers or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of content in that game.
Yeah,
like it's a thick boy.
Exactly. It's like 15 hours long. So like it should be at least 15 hours long. That's what I'm saying.
So when they did the other remakes, they didn't change like, inventory or anything like that.
They did.
Did they? They updated that?
Yeah, they did. They updated it well though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And they did things that were like
just quality of life.
Yeah, quality of life improvements. Like if you were done with an item, there was a little check mark next to it, so you can just discard that item.
Thank God.
You know what I mean?
So you're not just like, shit, I don't know if this is
I don't know if I need this
key item.
And then like they
not.
brought back the item box, whereas like you can put something in a box at like the beginning of the police station, and then if you see an item box,
go get it
in
later.
the sewers. No, you can just pick it up. In that item
that's
box.
What I'm saying,
Yeah.
It's like a Minecraft Ender box.
So the only thing I want to end this with is that it does look way more horror. But I think what they need to remember is that although the horror is important, Resident Evil 4 was the switch to action, and they did it so well back in the day.
Yeah.
So go ahead, make this one a little bit more. I want to kick people, I want to jump through windows. That's the other thing. Don't fuck with the gameplay either. That's so important.
That's mainly
the gameplay is the most important part.
That's the main point I made with it being because with ammo being like obviously in all the games ammo is a little bit scarce, but when you're having to stop, shoot, aim, and have like the full agency to turn and do that kind of things, like that is to me what made that game so thrilling and scary.
Yeah.
Was being like, these people are coming and it's like, what do I got to do? I got 6 shots. Like, where are we going?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
So, and the last thing is that this comes out March 24th, 2023. And that first quarter, the Capcom likes to start the year off strong because every year since 2017, they have put out a Resident Evil game in that time frame. They put out Resident Evil 7 in late February in 2017. I think they skipped a year in 2018. And then 2019, they put out 2. 2020, they put out 3.
Right.
2021, they put out 8. So now they'll have a bye year.
Take a break.
Take a break. And then they're gonna put out this in 2023.
Cool.
So I'm there. I'm here for it.
I think it'll be good.
You've played 7, right?
Yeah. That I played 7, and then I watched like all of 8 on YouTube. I didn't play that one.
8's so good.
Yeah, it was really cool. I
It was
liked
a fun night on Twitch that night.
They were good nights.
Yeah, it was good. Why? Do you have anything else to close this out with? Just a gameplay, right? That's all you want.
You gotta show me gameplay.
Are you actually gonna fucking buy this?
I might honestly, like, as long as I probably will. Do you think it's gonna be a full price game?
Yes.
Just a little bit of a bitch, but if I'm buying
You'll
Nintendo
manage.
games at full price, I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy this one at full
You'll
price. When
manage.
it's the
You'll
same
manage.
fucking thing over
Yeah.
and over.
You'll be all right.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. None of the never mind.
What?
Just no. Because I was gonna say, do you think at this point Sony's Game Pass thing will be?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
We'll get to that.
Okay,
Yeah, because
yeah.
that's actually coming up very shortly.
you go ahead.
All right. So, before we get into Summer Games Fest, let's talk about Miss Marvel, you guys. Holy shit. It was okay.
I was like, oh god, where is he gonna go?
It's a teen Disney Channel show. Okay?
Yeah.
Like that's what
Welcome
this
to
is.
the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You know what I
It's-
mean?
I
It's
mean,
quirky. It's got weird animations. It's like, who am I? It's lit like shit. You know, like
well, I think like it gives me that very much like beginning of like a teen high school movie where everything is like written in.
If I
You know
just breathe.
you know how Step Brothers starts, where like things are kind of like started to be drawn in and shit like that or whatever on some papers.
Yeah.
Like where it's like the little crinkly things, and then you got a lot of like the Into the Spider-Verse esque
Yes.
incorporations of
Yes.
the world, which is cool. I definitely didn't think it was gonna be for like this kind of younger. It's definitely for
100%
like a younger generation,
demographic,
yeah,
which is fine.
which is cool. But I mean, like, I like the the concept of being like, this is where quote unquote normal people in the Avengers world are into the fandom of the Avengers. So it's like
Yeah.
a nice little parallel to like us. And she's listening to a podcast and she's making YouTube videos, and I was like, look, that's what we're doing about Marvel shit
Yeah,
too. Like,
she's one
Is
of
this
us.
play about us?
Is this play about us?
Pat, you don't watch Euphoria. Shut up.
It's
you
just
don't
funny.
get to make the reference.
It's just funny.
I know.
Shut the fuck up, like the one part when they were at Avengers Con when they showed up, even I was like, I would go to this.
Right? I was like, because I live in Jersey City and it takes place in Jersey City. None of that's in Jersey City.
Dude, that is not Jersey City that I've ever seen in my life. They did shoot some stuff there.
I know they shot
And-
a couple things
and
there,
they
but
shot the Marvels. That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Is like the new Captain Marvel movie. They shot a bunch of stuff there too.
yeah, but
I wonder what that Jersey City is gonna look
When-
like. I
when-
hope it actually looks like Jersey City and not
when
this.
she comes out of her house, I was like, oh, she has a yard and a parking, and a driveway.
Huh.
Like,
She's a millionaire in Jersey City.
and then she's driving up the water, seeing New York. I was like, none of that. I was like, you might be down in Bayonne. You're not like anywhere near Jersey City here. But
They should let her out in Jersey City with a hidden camera and see if she survives.
she'll make it.
She'll make it. She's Miss Marvel.
Overall, like,
it's just
for
it's
episode
like
1.
I would feel bad shitting on this when I know it's for children. You know what I mean? Like this is not meant for me, and I'm okay with that.
yeah, so
I'm very okay with that. I'm just like I said, I'm tired with the Disney shows already. Like I didn't know that this one started while we're in the middle of another one that just took a fucking nosedive this week.
and then off the tails of Moon Knight, like
Off the tails of midnight.
midnight.
Yeah, because it was mid the entire time.
Come on, Moon Knight was fine.
Midnight was mid. And
That shit was mid.
that's the other thing too, is like Stranger Things and The Boys is back on right now. And like you're seeing what television that like takes its time and follows its characters and gives like the appropriate amount of scene. Like Amazon's like, we'll do a full fucking 10 seasons of The Boys if we have to. Stranger Things, they're padding out time
Right.
to make sure that like they can keep doing more. And what's it called? and people are seeing these and like, oh, I forgot what good streaming television is. You know what I mean? As opposed to like Disney Plus right now, and it's just like Disney, like, stop making them 6 episodes. Like, stop making them limited series. Like, make a show. You know what I mean? Like Mandalorian.
Like, commit.
Yeah, commit.
Well, that's the thing. I think that's actually a really good point before I'll get back into Miss Marvel is like when you're saying like we're going to do this thing that's a small spin-off and a small subset of just this character, and you know it's going to be 5 to 8 episodes, you kind of immediately like don't have that investment as you would if it's like something that might be longer or might come back for season 2 or just it has a weight to it when you actually like don't just set it up as a little mini series. But honestly, for Miss Marvel, I was pretty happy. I think it's one of the better like Disney spin-off kind of things, like just at least for like, yeah, it's shot like a little bit weird and like it's definitely meant to be.
It's definitely a lower budget.
It's definitely a lower budget, but they make it work, and it's meant to look, you know, more silly,
whimsical.
But I mean, from like a writing perspective, from a like setup and everything, I thought everything was just really fun, like pretty good.
It's above board, but it's just for kids, and that's why it's above board. You know what I mean? There's nothing for me to like really chew on. There's no ideas for me to like contemplate. Not that I'm some introspective analytical philosopher when it comes to fucking Disney Plus shows. But I'm just saying, like, even Moon Knight had something interesting when it came to having the DID, you know?
Yeah, but I think that works for this. Like, for me at least, I think it works for it in being that, you know, it's like, okay, we're not going to try and do some stupid, weird, complicated
feel bad
thing.
Punching down. Okay, like I don't want to shit on these kids. I wouldn't even say
it's punching down. Honestly.
It is.
I disagree.
Children are inherently beneath adults in society, Mike. That just needs to be
talking
said.
About on caliber of what it's released with. You know, we're not getting a weird fucking like I'm, you know, going through the Egyptian death god's field of wheat.
Okay,
with 2 of me. Like, you know, when you get to that shit, I'm like, that is, you know, like you are doing this for the sake of being over the top almost.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, you think so?
Okay.
This is really like, I feel it's really self-aware, and it's like, this is where we are. I know where it is, and we're going to, at least for now, I'm going to stay within this box of it. And I'm glad they did that.
Okay. What about you, Jess?
I guess I didn't really realize that it was for kids until I watched it, because I mean, even though she is a kid doesn't mean that like
it's for kids.
It's for kids, like,
but it absolutely is for kids.
I don't think it's necessarily for kids, but it's accessible to children.
They haven't dropped a heavy enough bomb yet.
Right, exactly. That's because just in the first episode, like not a lot really happened. Like the villain is her parents, and you know,
right. It's the classic like,
and everything was like so dramatic. Like, oh my god, I'm not allowed to go to this convention. Yeah, like nobody understands me. It was actually a lot like Turning Red.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same kind of thing. I mean, I'm willing to give it a chance and just see like where it's going, because you saw, can I like say?
Yeah, you
the
can
post credit thing. There's
a post credit thing.
Yeah. Ooh, you shut it off. Yikes.
Yeah, well, I literally went to shut it off, and I was like, why is there 6 minutes left of this episode?
Okay, well, go on. What's the...
Go ahead, Jess.
There was just, I guess, some, like, government organization that finds out about her, like, saw the video of her at the convention and said, bring her in.
Yeah, it's not so much of like a teaser or anything. It's just kind of like
who's the government organization?
It doesn't say. The U.S. Damage Department of Damage Control.
Oh, Damage Control. Really interesting that they're bringing them in. Okay.
So you introduce 2 characters. One is Cleary, who was in Spider-Man: No Way Home, and another is Deaver, who is Alyssa Rayner from Orange Is the New Black. But it's pretty much just like, hey, you see this shit? And she's like, I never saw a power like that before. Yeah, bring her in. So you're introducing what the conflict will be.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's cool. I do think it's got potential where
they're talking about maybe she might be a part of the Young Avengers coming up.
I was about to say.
Wait, she gets her powers from the bangle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm guessing we're going to learn more about that. But she's not like a stretchy, like, whoa, right?
No,
like,
it's like a projected thing from that. It's not like, But I think it's cool because I was like, as I'm watching it, I was like, yeah, everybody's really young in this. And then I was like, well, everybody else is really old in the Avengers now. Like, I was like, you know.
Yeah.
So we do need that young blood.
There is nobody left in the Avengers that is in their 30s.
Under 40 at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn,
And that's the whole
sucks.
thing. Like they've been, with Hawkeye, he was like, I'm old and deaf. Like
Yo.
that was the entire premise of
There's
his
gonna
show.
be like I'm gonna be that guy in 10 years, like 15 years. It's gonna be like, I remember when in the MCU when the real Avengers were around.
It kind of seems like each original character is kind of getting set up with like a younger version to
Right.
kind of pass the torch along. And then also there's not really a lot of like fun, goofy characters left. Like that was Spider-Man before, but he watched his whole family die. So now he's like a little...
He's not as goofy anymore.
Yeah.
Ned is still goofy.
He had to become a man real quick.
Yeah,
so
he had to grow up. So life comes at you fast.
Hey, man, when everybody forgets who you are.
You got to be ready for it. So the
Comedy.
what I'm waiting for, now that we're on this topic, when does the MCU do their first original character? When do they try to reach I guess release an original concept,
like not from a
like
comic
not
pull.
established, like from
is that even allowed?
like I don't know. It's like this new character. We made him up. He shoots lasers out of his ass, and he eats nuclear warheads. Like that's and his name is the Purge.
He supports Palestine.
Yeah,
just pick something.
he's really something extreme, and they're just like, and we're putting him out there, and this is for he's played by Johnny Depp. Because we wanted to get someone relevant.
They're going to create a new character.
We
and
want to
make
get
him
someone who's
a 60-year-old man.
we wanted to get someone who's actually nuclear volatile,
Right.
is actually going to be a problem.
I think the closest thing to that is like, it's DC, not Marvel, but like Black Adam, like is going to like almost like what you're describing is Black Adam. Which like we have The Rock. It's not Johnny Depp, but
Yeah. So
Is
that's
Black Adam not in like comic books?
No, he is.
He
He
is, but I'm
is.
saying like the character Pat's constructed. I was like, we're getting a movie
Oh.
about that anyway.
this sounds familiar. I gotta be honest. What were we talking about? Miss Marvel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so
Exactly.
Next episode
That
comes
sums it
out
up.
comes out on the 15th, which is
What the fuck?
Wednesday.
Is
I think. Yeah. Today's the 12th. We're recording.
So wait,
yeah.
they're doing Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel on Wednesdays now.
Fine,
both
no
of
one
them?
gives a fuck about Obi-Wan.
Dude, that's so great. I love how that show died after the first two. They're like, they fucking did it again.
Did you see the? It's like an animated Star Wars thing on Disney Plus. Like it's like a kind of like a what if of Star Wars. My brother was talking about it.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'll figure it out.
Hey, we lost that monitor.
Oh no!
Yeah, we gotta turn the on button. Hold on.
All right.
talking.
It's I think it's Star Wars Visions. Yeah, which my brother was talking about, and he was like, "It looks." I think he started watching. He said it looked really kind of cool. It's anime almost. Like, Jess, you can pull up like.
Oh, you guys know I'm not.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said Jess. Pat's right in my face, directly blocking the camera. But it's done in like an anime kind of style, and it's a anthology of animated shorts celebrating Star Wars through the lens of the world's best anime creators and storytellers.
Oh, that's cool.
So I kind of want to start checking it out. There's one season of it so far, and if it's, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of like I'm doing some research on the fly here too, but it looks cool. Like if you're especially having like a lot of different artists and different. I'm wondering. I gotta look into actually like who did what episode, and like I'm sure it's gonna be very relevant in their style. But 7 Japanese animation studios take a stab at it. And we get a bunch of different people, but I didn't hear about this.
No, I did.
I it wasn't on my radar.
I wasn't
and
watching all that.
I wasn't, but
Just for me
David
to come on
Harbour
here and be
David
like,
Harbour's
I
in it
don't
as a
like it.
voice. I don't like it. David Harbour's in it as a voice. Alison Brie, the dude who plays Boba Fett, is in it doing vocals. Neil Patrick Harris, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Is
Interesting.
Ashley Eckstein in it? They can't do anything Star Wars without her.
I don't see coming up.
All right.
That's fine. But you also do have like, this might be the like either Japanese cast and everything else, but I was like,
so each episode is a different studio.
or
Like
I think it's
anime
9
studio?
episodes and 7 studios have either
Gotcha.
like worked to do their own independent ones. But I'm gonna watch this because I care more about this than Obi-Wan.
It would be really cool if they had like a Junji Ito style one.
We gotta watch it. Like we'll watch it and we'll talk about it, Jess. And then Pat can keep.
Okay.
Doesn't have. No, I'm not saying it doesn't have to be. You know, we gotta make content about it. But
keys to the castle, you control the dungeons. Anyway, so Miss Marvel, I have nothing to say. Watch it if you're gonna.
I liked
You
it.
probably already are.
I liked it. Check it out. Give it a chance. You know, watch it with your kids if you got kids.
Not
They'd like
here
it
for
too.
teen shit.
Hey, man.
Okay.
I'm here if it's Teen Wolf. It's the only wolf I care about is when he's a teen.
Okay. Gross.
That's on God, baby girl.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
All right. So, moving away from the teens and into men in their 40s. Summer Games Fest
Also
happened.
gross.
Summer game, not as frowned upon anymore though. Summer Games Fest happened this past. Oh, there's actually an Xbox thing going on right now while we're talking.
I saw that. Yeah.
So
Let's go. We gotta go. Shut it down.
yeah, we're on the way.
Everybody. Oh,
So Jeff Keighley, he also does the Game Awards yearly. I don't remember if this is 1 or 2 days. I think one day is the big announcements and like updates and stuff, and like the other day is kind of like indie games. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, though, they did announce some fun games that we're gonna talk about right now. If you're ready,
go for it.
if you're nasty.
If you're nasty.
So, first up, Last of Us Part 1 is getting a remake.
Remake.
No, not a remaster. It already had a remaster for the PS4. But this is a from the ground build. They're using all the same. They did all the cutscenes the same.
Vocal talent.
Same vocal talent. Like it's the same everything. They took the same audio files. They're building a whole brand new game to use the technology that they used in The Last of Us Part 2 to make that game look so good. However, it's specifically optimized for the PS5.
Of course it is.
So
Yeah.
I will be playing that. It comes out September 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
It's also coming to PC, which there's also a rumored PlayStation app like launcher, just kind of like Xbox is coming to PC as well. And I'm there. I'm here for it.
There's also
Really?
they've done like they updated the FPS. There's new combat. You know, there's
they did tighten up the
it's cleaned
gameplay.
up a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. You never played any of these games, right, Jess? Last of Us?
No.
I'm about
fine.
halfway through Last of Us 1, and then Elden Ring.
I
came
got
out,
distracted because I was looking up the Sonic Prime and how big the cat and Froggy will be there. Don't worry, guys.
So it's important to you.
Wait, Sonic Prime?
Carry on.
What is that?
Did you not hear any of the announcements from Netflix Geeked Week?
What the
Pat.
fuck is that?
Literally everything on my
And you
Twitter
call
promoted has
yourself
been about that.
A journalist.
Oh,
I'm not. I don't think I ever claimed that.
Find one clip where I claim this. Yeah, Netflix Geeked Week is it's a recap of like pretty much everything that's coming out. Just, whatever. When did it happen? It happened last week?
Yo.
Good
So
question. I don't know.
just because I was curious while you guys were talking about Sonic Prime, I looked up what they announced today at the Xbox Showcase.
I have that pulled up here. I
Dude,
was going to talk about
Riot
that post.
Games put all of their games on Xbox Game Pass.
Yep.
What's it called? There's a new Hollow Knight game.
Yeah, largely important. So Hollow Knight Silk Song. I don't remember when original Hollow Knight came out. I can tell you real quick right now. Hollow Knight came out 2017, and it's one of like the most revered the best indie games ever. And they were like, yeah, this was one of the ones I think that they started on like a Kickstarter. And everybody loves it. It's a fantastic game. Silk Song has been like, oh yeah, we're gonna come out with a sequel next year. Next year.
I got it.
Next year.
Okay,
And
yeah.
everybody it's like a running joke. It's like Silk Song is it's like with was it Half-Life 3? What was
Yeah.
that? Like it's the same fucking thing where it's just like this is never gonna come out.
So
Allegedly poised to arrive within the end of the year.
the other thing was that Ark is coming in 2023 and it stars Vin Diesel, Ark 2.
Fucking ridiculous.
Flintlock Siege of Dawn looks to be about killing gods coming in 2023.
Okay.
Minecraft Legends, oh boy.
Which is a
Yo,
action strategy.
Are we playing Minecraft tonight?
We could mess around and
Try to
play
play
some
Minecraft?
Minecraft.
I've never played Minecraft.
Ooh.
Oh, you're in.
I tried once and I got really confused and I
That's fair.
left.
And then I
left.
saw something for
Hideo Kojima's partnering with Xbox 2 to do some game.
oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that a while ago. Starfield had some gameplay, but I'll check that out later.
Sea of Thieves season 7.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you know.
So, all right, so let's keep going with Summer Games Fest. So then Naughty Dog did announce an update on their multiplayer game, which is pretty much Factions 2 from The Last of Us Part 2.
Right.
Apparently, this has a story as big and as deep as any other Naughty Dog game, which is wild for a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
There's a brand new cast of characters. The concept art looks like it's going to take at least in San Francisco in some capacity,
Right.
and that's it. We won't get another update until next year.
Yeah. Cool looking.
It does look good. There was just a CG trailer for Aliens Dark Descent. You know, nothing really serious there. Just aliens.
It's another alien game, you know.
You know, and did you ever play Alien Isolation? Because I feel like that's the one that's grown the cult following over the years.
I did play it.
I played it for like 2 hours, and I was like, I'm good.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I
I'm-
like these movies more.
I get the appeal of it. It's just like I don't need to sit and feel upset and like nervous the entire time I'm playing a game.
Right. Speaking of feeling nervous, the Callisto Protocol looks fucking insane.
Yeah.
Are you gonna play it? I'm gonna
I will
play that.
absolutely playing it.
Have you seen any of this gameplay? I feel like it's right up your alley.
What game is it?
The Callisto Protocol. It's not like an indie game where like you go out on dates or anything. It's
Oh,
like
then I don't want to hear about
I don't
it.
know about that.
it's super. It's like survival horror, but like
Okay.
it takes place in space and shit.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever heard of Dead Space?
Yeah, yeah.
It's from the original team that made Dead Space, but now they made their own studio and they're just making another survival horror game. And there's elements of like the life bar is on the back of the guy's neck. You have to cut the limbs off the enemies. Like, it's very Dead Space inspired.
Yeah, it just looks like terrifying.
The graphics look fucking insane. Hold on, I'll just pull up the trailer real quick.
Because it looks like if they just took like what they did for Doom and then they put it into Dead Space and then just turned the quality like
Oh
up
yeah,
still. Like
it's fucking wild.
It looks
Hold
so
on, wait.
good.
Let me find
Pull
it.
that bad boy up.
Let me find it. I'm on the page.
I am on the page.
Okay.
That's how you said it. I'm not,
My
you know.
wife.
I'm
My
not
wife. Do I have to fucking control F this?
Yeah, no, it's right underneath the Last of Us
Oh, okay, I
HBO
got it.
series update.
I got it. All right. You don't gotta fucking yell at me. all the time.
Ah, yellow.
Okay.
There we
it
go.
out?
Hold on. You don't gotta switch yet. All right. There we go. I thought it was a picture because apparently I guess I already played this. Come on.
All right.
All right. This game looks fucking wild. Oh yeah, very Dead Space.
Yeah.
See the health bar on the back of
The
his
green
neck?
on the back
Yeah.
of the neck is the health bar.
Yeah, Dead Space. 100% Dead Space.
Talking about from that, you know, behind the shoulder.
Exactly. You'll see it too.
Yeah. So it's some shit happens at like their space station or whatever.
Yeah. And there's something going on with the character, obviously.
He looks like a
Look, see the
yeah.
over the shoulder.
Yeah. Look at that. Look,
Look, that looks
unbelievable.
fucking incredible.
And then this guy just like
What the fuck?
Ouchie.
God damn.
Master Chief's killing people.
No, Giga Chad, don't.
No. But yeah, now you have all like the weird, you know. Yeah.
This looks so crazy.
Still cutting off that guy's leg when you walk by.
Oh, they almost kissed.
They did almost. What a sweet meet cute.
Emphasis on meat.
Nice. But I feel we're getting a lot of these kind of games lately. Like,
Oh yeah, dude, this looks incredible though. Come
yeah.
on.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not saying anything bad about that. I'm saying this is what people are looking for.
I'm trying to. Is this the one where he dies? Yeah, he's got to. I saw a trailer where he gets his head bit off.
Well,
too.
that's the thing. Like in the that's the gameplay demo you're
Here we
talking
go.
about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh nice, that was
Oh.
cool.
Cool.
Oh my god. I'm so fucking hyped for this right now.
Dude, it's so like
Like that's super Dead Space. The stomp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. It's thrown into a meat grinder.
There we go. Yeah, the head biting.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Bit his head straight up.
Bit his head
Oh,
right
that is
off.
brutal.
God damn. This all takes place in the video game.
wow.
How'd that make you feel?
A little nauseous.
Terrified.
Really?
No.
Yeah, say damn. Okay,
You're
sorry.
turning white over there, Jess.
No. I've seen it all.
You're losing the color in your lips. Did you just hit a vape? No.
Have you guys seen there's this movie that not a movie, a game that just came out called The Quarry?
Yes.
That one looks really good too. Like when
Have you ever played Until Dawn?
it's like that, right?
It's the same
yeah,
people.
That's what I
Oh,
figured.
okay, yeah.
'Cause, yeah, Until Dawn was a fun game. I like that one.
I like it too. We've only played through it once because it's like a 10-hour runtime or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, different choices and whatever. And we did it over, I think, like 2 or 3 nights at my house, and that was it. But now I realize if I get it on PC, you can just stream it on Discord to your friends, and you guys can all just choose what you want to do.
Do it in that way, yeah.
Like that would be fun. That'd be a fun Twitch. That'd be a fun thing
on
to
Twitch.
stream.
That's interesting to do.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen people do that.
Well, not even, but even just for us, like
Yeah,
to
just
stream
to
on
have
the
fun
channel,
and
like
do it
we
that
all
way.
jump in
Yeah.
Discord and we do it. That would be fucking wild. That might be something I said. I'm not paying $70 for it. But,
No, we would all probably split it.
I would not do that.
What else we got? We got Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 gameplay demo.
Yes. So there was an extended gameplay trailer, and listen, you guys know me. I love my duty.
Do my duty.
My duty. Continuation from the story of the last game. They have all the characters coming back, but they're also bringing Ghost. I feel like the missions that they're showing off are the super slow paced and more stealth ones to kind of like shake off that whole like we're nothing but a corridor shooter. That
Exactly.
Like,
It's
you know
not
what I mean?
just like the classic.
But like you know me, this is the sequel to what I think is the best Call of Duty game since like Black Ops 2, like
Right.
2012. So, the fact that they went that route of being like, let's be more slow and methodical. Like there's a Call of Duty mission in Modern Warfare, the 2019 reboot, where like there's just 3 objectives and you can take them any way you want and like sneak in like stealthily into any buildings that you want and shit like that.
It lets you have your way.
Yeah, yes. It lets me have her way. So, and that's the other thing that it's kind of weird that you said that because the next thing I put on this list was that there's a very dude bro vibe
Oh, yeah.
to it, like old school Call of Duty. Like we know we're out of our fucking minds and like we're here for it.
Yeah, it's very like the SEAL Team
Tongue in
60,
cheek.
like,
we shot Osama.
Yeah,
we
like
know.
that kind of shit.
Yeah. Okay, we're the shit.
The hot
So,
shot, yeah.
we shot those pirates off the back of a boat on a coordinated sniper strike. Okay, we're fucking awesome. All right,
We're the
we
kings.
we don't just command respect. Okay, we have it.
We
all
take
right?
lives.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, no, they put up a gameplay trailer and just looks like more Call of Duty.
Yeah.
and that's what I'm here for.
That's what the
I get
people
my
want.
yearly fix. I pay full price for it every single time.
And then here we are.
Yeah,
Next year it comes down the line.
Warzone 2, it's either Warzone 2 or they're updating Warzone with this engine.
I don't know.
Because they definitely updated some stuff on it for sure.
Cool.
Following that, Marvel's Midnight Suns. Do you guys
I don't
hear
know.
about this game?
I don't know anything about
Okay,
this.
so it's like an XCOM, like Mario Rabbids style game where it's very much like everybody's got like projectile weapons and like you move things across the board.
I hate like it's turn-based
Have you ever
combat.
played? Yeah, have you ever played
hate-
Mario Rabbids?
Yeah,
It's actually fucking awesome.
It's fun. I really can't stand turn-based strategy games.
Liz
like that.
played the
like,
whole game.
like it's just
How does it make you feel?
Liz, get in here. It's fine. It's just those games aren't for me. I support it.
You can shit on it. It'll be fine.
No, it's just I don't like that style of gameplay.
I think that style of gameplay is fucking stupid. Besides for
Mario Rabbit.
Mario Rabbids is okay. Besides for I played the South Park games and that's turn based.
That's okay. So that's
and
like,
that's fucking great.
that's a bit different. Like turn-based combat and like a Final Fantasy approach versus like the, like you move around a little board here. I mean, yeah, the South Park games had a bit of that actually.
Yeah, and Final Fantasy has none of that.
Well, Final Fantasy, where it's kind of like the turn-based combat, like the old Final Fantasy type of things.
Where
like,
everybody goes a turn and hopefully your numbers are better than theirs.
I'm fine with that kind of thing because that's a bit different, but I really don't like the where it's like you have to move 6 pegs this way and 2 pegs that way to get within range to attack this person.
Yeah, there is a little bit
like
of that,
Halo,
but there's also
Halo did that game.
Like,
that was
specifically in Mario Rabbids, like you can position one person in front, and then if you put your cursor on them, and then it gives you an extension because now you have a jump. So it's like you jump off of somebody's head.
It just gave you good,
and
like,
it gives you good distance, and then even then, all 3 of you can still attack.
Right.
So you can at least do some damage. And everybody, originally when they pitched that game, when Ubisoft pitched it to Nintendo, they drew the Mario characters with like handguns and shit.
I remember
and they
this,
were
yeah.
like, you need to change that to like blasters or something because
Like, burn
we cannot have
these
any
drawings.
official material of Mario with handguns. Like she's shooting rabbits.
yeah, right. We got more
So-
Gotham Knights.
Well, I had a
go
couple
ahead,
more
go ahead,
things
go
for
ahead.
Marvel Entertainment for Midnight Suns. So it's a XCOM Mario Rabbit style game. It's coming from Marvel Entertainment and interestingly enough, 2K Games, which is the parent company for Red Dead Redemption
Right.
and Grand Theft Auto 5. This trailer had the Spider-Man reveal. It's the first game that Spider-Man has been on Xbox in a generation.
oh wow, yeah, okay.
He was also he was in that one lousy Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 game. Release date October 7th, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see how this reviews before I pick it up because
Yeah.
I'm just not into like the turn-based combat.
Right.
It's
fine.
got to really win me over. So what were you gonna?
No, that's
Do we have something after that or no?
Gotham Knights. We got Nightwing gameplay.
I didn't even write that down.
It's
But we saw
fine.
that last time.
We saw that too. Other one, Cuphead gave us some gameplay, and there's actually this Neon White, which is this. It's like a cool kind of like. It's a card. The way it's described is a card-based shooter platformer. I've been following this one for a while. It's a bit of an indie kind of one, but it's just like it's a weird take. It's almost like you're running through, and you remember like Mirror's Edge? Do you remember that game? It kind of looks a little bit like that, but to attack enemies, you have cards and you like play them, but live.
Huh.
So it's kind of like, like a handgun card will come up, and then I can shoot this guy with the handgun.
Interesting.
I'm interested to see once it comes out. It comes out in a week, in 4 days or whatever. I'll watch a little bit of gameplay, but it looks like something I definitely want to check out.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so fucking tired.
No,
There's
buddy.
never enough sleep in the world. Okay.
Outside that, the rest is some other shit.
You want to talk about Cuphead real quick? Because Jess, you like Cuphead, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I'll never beat it,
Yes, you
but
will.
I like it. And I watched the video of the new the DLC gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, so we get Cuphead, the DLC, or the Delicious Last Course. Comes out end of this month. And the new gameplay we got was with the Chalice. I think is her name, right?
Miss Chalice.
Miss Chalice or something. So she's a playable character outside of Cuphead and Mugman. It looks cool. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know how many bosses or stages or anything it is, but
I don't know exactly how many, but I saw some of like the map for it, and it's just kind of a bunch of like different biomes smushed together. So it kind of looks like there's a lot to do.
that's okay.
I don't know how many there are. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I don't
interested
know.
how like the gameplay.
it's a good chunk.
I'm wondering if they're gonna like tone down the difficulty or they're just gonna double down on it. I'm thinking double down because it's a hard game. Like
It's significantly harder when you play with 2 people as well.
because they get like the bosses get buffed health and
Yeah.
everything. But it looks good. Like I really like the first Cuphead. I'm gonna play this one.
Cuphead was the reason why I bought a PC.
Yeah.
And then it didn't come out for a year until after I had one. And then I never bought it. I played it at my friend's house and I was like, this will stress me out.
It is a very stressful game.
Yeah. It's the Dark Souls of platformers, kind of like Mega Man.
Yes.
So,
And there's gonna be a new season of that show, the Cuphead show,
Which is
on Netflix.
wild that got renewed.
What?
Like
I never watched it. Is it good?
I didn't watch it either,
It's
but
cute. It reminds me of Animaniacs, kind
Yeah.
of. But it's very like campy, slapsticky.
Is it like Marcel the Shell?
What? No.
No.
Oh, you guys are in for a fucking treat.
I know what
Yeah.
I know what it is, but it's
Marcel's
It's
got his
not
own
that.
movie coming out.
not really.
I saw the trailer last night.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Adorable.
I didn't know that.
That's like old news.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. First of all, I didn't know what
Jenny
Marcel
Slate.
the fucking Shell
Oh
was.
no, I did
Come
know
on.
this. Yeah, okay. That's
First of all,
right.
I didn't know what Marcel the Shell was until I saw the trailer, and I was like, wow, they've really run out of fucking ideas. And then I was told it was a viral video, and
Yeah.
I was like, wow,
They
they really ran out of fucking
out of ideas,
ideas.
yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is worse than when they made that Jennifer Lopez movie based off of hearsay in a paragraph on this one fucking column for a paper. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like,
holy shit. Yeah.
but yeah.
Even Marcel gets a legacy movie sequel.
That
Marcel's gonna
Treatment.
Marcel's gonna get a legacy sequel in a few years, but he's got to get his debut. And I saw some reviews for it, and like people apparently love it. I'm like,
Yeah, whatever.
the
It's
fuck. All right.
sure it'll be
Anyway,
good.
so you ready to talk about something that's not good?
Oh boy.
You can say yes.
Do we have a choice?
No, unfortunately. Well, apparently we do have a choice because Nick was just like, I'm not watching this. Fuck this.
You know what, guys? Yeah, Nick died this week.
Actually, I don't know if he had any time to or not, but I'm just gonna pretend that he was like, you know what? Fuck it. So, we saw Jurassic World Dominion,
Woo.
and we're just gonna do full spoilers because honestly, who cares?
There's also like nothing to
There's
spoil.
nothing to spoil because there is no plot. And you know, if you're gonna leave this right now, if you even got this far, I would say number one, this movie is easily like a fucking 3 out of 10. Like if you're here for just the dinosaurs, stay because the dinosaurs are good.
Ugh, like
There was some pretty disappointing parts, but overall I was pleased with the dinosaur helping that I got. Everything else though is dog shit. It's so bad. It's like not bad, it's good. It's like this is still somehow better than Morbius, but that's not but the bar is so low you could trip over it type of vibe with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. What about you?
my take is like if you're a Jurassic Park fan, you're still gonna be upset.
Yeah, because I'm a Jurassic Park fan and I was like, man, fuck this.
If you like dinosaurs, you're still gonna be upset. If you know, it is 2.5 hours, and it was one of those ones where I was just looking
my
at my
gosh.
phone the whole time, being like, how long into this movie are we? It's skippable. I really like if and when this comes out for, streaming and you have the platform and you don't have to pay for it in the movie theater.
Peacock.
It'll come
It's
out.
coming to Peacock and then it's going to HBO Max, then it goes back to Peacock.
Wait for it to come to HBO Max. Like it's
Don't download
like,
Peacock
no,
either.
In all honesty, like I think this is very skippable, and it's really upsetting because this is how they're closing out a trilogy.
So, let's
I have a lot of.
I don't know where to start.
gotta-
It's like Jesus, where do I start? Jess,
Yes.
you said you've never seen any of the Jurassic Park movies, so you don't have any frame of reference for any of this, right?
I think I saw the last one before this one.
Fallen Kingdom
Sure.
with Chris Pratt.
Or the first
Crisp.
one with Crisp Rat.
I saw a couple of those with Crispy.
Okay,
So you might have seen the two of this trilogy.
it's fine. It's fine
They're
if
all-
you
they
don't.
all-
I'm just
they're
saying,
all blend
like,
together to me. That's
that's so amazing. And you know what's weird is that like she's not the only person with that take. Like I feel like there's just a lot of Jurassic Park fans because it got to you as a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because like
But,
your parents really like, or like
yeah.
our generations, our parents were like, we love this kind of thing.
It was one of those movies where even my parents were like, "You got to watch this."
It's like a Back to the Future, a Terminator. It's like in that, like
yeah, it's
that big
Spielberg.
bucket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there you go.
Spielberg. So when I walked out of this movie, the first thing I said was that was aggressively average, in the sense
That's
that
generous.
like when it comes to a legacy sequel, because this is strangely enough, Jurassic World in 2015 is the original legacy sequel.
right.
You know what I mean? It's really the one that kicked off all this shit, because then 2 years later was Blade Runner. We got 2 fucking Ghostbusters movies. Then we got God, what was that other one? I mean, and like
We got Top
we got
Gun,
Top
we've got-
Gun, we
yeah,
had
like-
Spider-Man, which had some legacy sequel elements into it. And it's just funny how the first Jurassic World, I now watch that movie having seen all the legacy sequels that come out after it, and you're like, oh, this is bottom of the barrel garbage too. But
it's enjoyable.
It's enjoyable because it was such a fresh take on the IP, and like it was such a unique vision, and it was full of action, and it wasn't really like too much philosophy. We were done with the philosophy of what we should do.
Right.
It was more about this is how it would go down if something like catastrophic happened in this situation. Whereas this one is how you don't do a legacy sequel in any capacity. Even a sequel, like regardless, was so bad. Like legacy wise, because there was moments I did have fun. You know what I mean? But as far as if you were just to watch this as a movie without knowing any of the legacy elements, this is such bullshit. This is so bad. It's not even funny. But if you were to watch this as somebody who like enjoys Jurassic Park movies, there are moments you will like. There are moments.
I guess like I'll go into like my gripes about it as like it's
Start from the top.
Start from the top. So this is a Jurassic Park movie with a plot that has nothing to do about dinosaurs, nor are they impactful in it in any single way.
In any significant capacity.
And like
it
it just exists in this universe, and there are people that have been tangentially touched by it. Like the whole premise of this is you have Tim Cook, who is on an evil corporation.
Dude, do you know who the villain is? It's Dodson.
Yeah.
You know the fucking first Jurassic Park? The guy who gives him the Barbasol can?
Yeah.
Remember, he's like, we got Dots. It's him.
It's it because he's
the villain.
He's got the can.
What the fuck? Why? Why is there a villain in the Jurassic Park movie?
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
part of my gripes. It's just like you have this whole thing, and it's like they're just an evil, scientific corporation who are trying to make. They've made these locusts that are big, and the locusts are going to cause a huge food supply shortage because they're eating everything.
I thought that was such horseshit. I was like, first of all, the dinosaurs aren't in the real world. I thought that was the point.
The whole damn thing.
The whole fucking movie. You're telling me the dinosaurs are in the real world now. And now what you've told me is that turns out that was just a lie to get you in here. Like, stop me if you heard this one before. We put it in a remote location in a facility that is run by an evil corporation. Like, come on.
I know, like
that was the
shit.
tease at the end of the last one, is that, okay, that one sucked, but at least now we get this crazy cool idea that we can work with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just, fuck.
It's just like the whole story, the whole plot over 2.5 hours is so convoluted.
Yet simplistic.
Convoluted, but without any weight to anything.
No
and
substance.
Does not talk about again, has nothing to do with dinosaurs. And the biggest issue I had with this being where you get all of these characters back together is the fucking premise around it. Like you have her come up and be like, oh no, these like locusts from this, like they're definitely from this lab over here. And it's like, well, if the lab fucking has locusts, it's clearly from that lab. Like you don't have to go get a DNA sample. And Alan isn't the only person in the world who can go get this with you. It's just like, they get together about not dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like I can't underline
the
that
other
enough.
thing was that, like, if you introduce dinosaurs, now I have often ran this scenario. I've definitely said it to at least you. I don't know if you've heard this crazy theory. It's not the sharks one in the air, okay? Right. It's what would society be if dinosaurs are still alive today? Like, how would we utilize them like we utilize animals now? And there were hints of that. There was like the black market sequence.
Right.
There was the Atrociraptor sequence that I thought was fucking awesome. Like there was the two carnivores that got out in Paris. Mm-hmm. Was it Paris or no?
They're in Malta.
Malta
when they're driving.
And that eats the one dude on the scooter. Like I was like, more of this.
That's the
more
only,
of this.
That's the like in every Jurassic Park there is like a notable like kill from a dinosaur.
Yeah. That's the only like really gnarly one.
That's the literally only one that stood out to me is when like the like T-Rex just or whatever picks up the one dude and chomps him in a plaza as Chris Pratt drives by on a bike.
See ya. Like so there was that. There was like I said, there's small ideas. I like the idea of the clone girl that like the reason that John Hammond and his silent partner didn't speak anymore and for all these years was because the silent partner was into like cloning humans, and John Hammond, who seemingly had no restraint on capitalistic endeavors, was even like, nah, that's going too far.
Yeah, like,
and in this movie, they neuter that too, because it turns out he didn't create her. Her own mother, she impregnated herself.
right.
And then fucked with the genetics of the baby to make sure it came out perfect. So she does have a mother. She
Got a mutter.
She does have a mother, and and is it a clone? Like, or is it her daughter? Like, they don't really
she
like.
is genetically identical because it is just the mother's DNA. It's anything that can
Yes.
self-replicate is the same kind of thing.
Yes.
But like, I don't know, dude. You like when that whole plot of that, like, you just have Dr. Wong again doing shit. It's just like,
Dude, he's like, what are they doing to that guy?
I know, like,
What are they doing to him? And like, I love how he became this, like, he was, the first guy, he was just like the cool scientist in like the first Jurassic Park in 1993, and was like, yeah, man, this is what I do, just make fucking raptors. And then in Jurassic World, he's like, yup, I'm back, and like, yo, this is like, I'm on the breeding edge of like this and everything, and like he gets seduced by the military aspect of it.
Right.
And then in the second one, he's like, I'm a mad fucking scientist, I'm God, I fucking bring shit back from the dead. And then
he's just like
in this one, he's
like,
can I get a helicopter ride out of here, please?
yeah, in a big old sweater. Just
I don't
want to
get murdered by everything I made that's meant to
Please,
murder people.
I can help now. I realized what I did was wrong. Like, I just need her blood. Like,
Listen, all I need is just give me your blood.
yeah, just get some bone marrow, maybe.
So, so the other thing is Blue. Oh my God. Talk about the one unique aspect you have to this particular trilogy, and it's the fact that Chris Pratt can control raptors. Okay? Like,
Whoa.
and what I liked is that they finally, so the first movie, they clearly established that Chris Pratt's character, Owen Grady, I think,
Yeah, something like that.
he's the alpha of the pack. That's
Right.
why they all listen to him. And it's a bond built off of mutual respect, right?
Which
That's
is
the
what he
first
says,
movie.
Yeah.
The second movie, she might as well be a pet cat. Like, she listens to him.
Yeah.
There's one part where he takes her helmet off in the first one. I was like, that raptor would have fucking destroyed you, dude. They like he straight up calls her to action at one point to fight the Indoraptor, and like, so this way they have time to escape.
Yeah.
And then in this one, it's back to like, we're not on speaking terms, but there's a mutual respect type of thing. And like, what does she just live near his house?
So that was a big problem.
Can't have a raptor in the house, honey.
That was a big problem I had with all of this. Dinosaurs are lizards, right?
I think they're
Dinosaurs
more
are
birds.
Cold-blooded, right?
I think it depends.
I'm pretty sure most dinosaurs were cold-blooded, and that's why they were able to like live a lot of places, because the Earth was a lot hotter. These bitches are in snow. They got no problem. Like, like you can just live anywhere. You're in the Dolomites.
So what what I thought was absolutely hilarious was when Beta, which is weird because the other raptor in the pod's name was Beta.
Get past it.
Either way, though, when Beta shows up and they're like, the whole confrontation, they're like, she won't hurt me, right? Chris Pratt's like, hell she won't. She'll tell you live like
She won't just
it's
hurt
like,
you.
okay, we're back to that though. We're back to looking in her eyes and being like, don't fuck with me. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I hated how they did that scene twice, and the first scene they sold me on it, and the second scene it was a mix of mutual relationship and like, I'm your pet. Because he shows up to her knowing that if she complains to him,
Yeah.
like, well, first of all, she's pissed off. So she's looking for the kid. So she's going to tear through anybody
She's going
anyway.
mad, yeah.
So she shows up at the household, and at what point? At some point, they decided just to start calling the Maisie their kid. So he was like, they took our kid too, and
Yeah.
she's like, all right, you're gonna go get the kids, but fuck you anyway, and scratches his hand,
And then
I was
nothing
like,
came of it.
yeah,
Like,
I was like, what do you? I was like, first of all, that claw would get that you would it would
have a
rip
stump.
your fucking hand off.
Yeah.
First of all, and two, like, is she sentient or does she just respect you? Because there's a difference now. Because it seems like you guys had a mental conversation there
Right.
for a
You
second.
told her you would get her child back, and she was like,
you
"Bet."
were like, all right, I'll take the deal, but fuck you anyway. You know what I mean? It's like when I bought that controller out from underneath that guy at GameStop.
Exactly.
It's like, you know what? Fuck you.
It's like, yeah. So that's a good point. Like,
So even the relationship to the dinosaur,
Was
which was
weird,
like
the whole thing.
whole fucking thing of these movies, is like totally
Janky.
not thought out.
and I feel this is one of those movies too where it's like it definitely suffered by having 15 main characters, because
Yes.
the previous Jurassic Worlds, Chris Pratt makes that character and makes him like, you know, like
People said he was going to be Indiana Jones after that.
Exactly. He is hardly in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Like, doesn't have much of a point, doesn't have much of this. It's like it's you have 3-4 storylines going on at the same time, and you have the like main character of this story not in it.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to give time to the legacy people, you're trying to give time to Maisie on her own. You're
To
trying
the actual
to
dinosaurs.
give time occasionally to maybe one dinosaur, which is just like it looking up in the sky, and then the shot goes away. Like it's so scattered and distracted.
There's a sequence of just things happening in the opening act of this movie. It's so there's no storytelling, there's no connective tissue. The first act of this movie is abysmal. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? And then when they get to the island, it picks up. But that's because there's just more dinosaurs and there's more dino action. Specifically, though, the Legacy cast.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Legacy cast? Because fucking Sam Neill is asleep at the wheel the entire time.
Yes.
Laura Dern, I watched The Last Jedi, and even though I don't like her character, I think her performance is really good. I watched this movie and I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, when she takes her glasses off the same way that she took her glasses off.
It's-
you know what I mean? Like, they do all the Legacy sequel things, but it's just like, for what though? Like,
That's
it's so
100%
fucking stupid.
it.
Like,
The like Jeff Goldblum was fun in this. I enjoyed his performance because he's him.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, but like, God damn, it was just like they were the most watered down versions of those characters you could do.
it's almost like when they put them in this movie, they put them in the movie without being like, well, there needs to be a reason for them to be here.
That's
Shouldn't
literally
there
what I
be?
said, where it's like, hey, you're a respected doctor.
Yeah.
Can you come and get DNA, and so people will listen to me and they'll believe them? I'm like, what the fuck is that about? Like, you haven't talked in 20 years, you know?
Ian Malcolm's character. I like how he's giving a speech, like he's the resident philosopher. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or
which is so weird.
chaotist or whatever they call him or some shit.
It's such a weird role because it's like the point of Jeff Goldblum's character in the first Jurassic Park is that he's so absurd. Is that he's so larger than, you know, for the 90s.
Yeah.
He's so larger than life. Like he's this, even though like he's kind of full of shit on a lot of things. He does have a point about
his
like what he says is gonna happen always happens and nobody listens to him.
yeah,
that
like,
type of thing.
It's like, yeah, his belief is generally correct. It's just like he's a snake oil salesman about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. He knows how to package it and sell it. You
Right.
know? That being said, I love the part where he throws the flaming spear into the dinosaur's mouth.
Yeah.
And like that's all I can say for that though. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't love the, you know, where he finally confesses how he feels to what. No, I like the part where my fucking ape brain was like,
Fire spear.
yeah, exactly. This will be cool.
Right. I think so. Like, that's a big action sequence. When they're in Malta is like the only other action sequence that I can really like say remember and care
What
about.
about the plane? Remember the plane when she falls out of the plane and the pterodactyls never hit her
for 2 seconds, and
Yeah.
then I actually the whole where she's hiding under the water,
That
kind
was
of going
cool.
away from like the giant dude.
the
that
blind dinosaur.
That was cool as shit.
Yeah.
I was like, when that happened, and then she looks up and she sees the facility like 5 miles away. I was like, she's gonna have to make it there, and I was like, we're gonna get shit like this. I was like, it's gonna be like a Predator
Just
kind
kidding.
of thing. nothing happened. Like it's just like,
dude, there's one part where they're like in the middle, they're like on some outpost and they're like, we have to get back to the main hub, and the next scene we're like, we're here, you know.
yeah,
like,
I was like, wait, you just took the fucking teleporter?
yeah, exactly. And if there is a teleporter, why stop there?
Right, it's just like, I don't
The
know,
whole
man.
you made a promise to a dinosaur line, I was just like,
I was fine with that. That's funny.
it's just one of those things where you're just like, dude, look at everything going on around you. Like,
Well, I mean, that I will give that gives to his character is just being like an absurdist kind of thing.
yeah,
The problem I have is, or another problem I have is when they're in Malta, that whole thing about like the arms dealer and like that woman in white who with the lasers and all of them. What happens to her? She gets arrested and that's that.
That's it.
That's it. Like
that's her character.
we clean her up like
it got
that.
lost in the edit.
I literally was like, oh, okay. I was like, we're going to see her back in the Dolomites and maybe she'll be like, because she's the actual only like aggressive antagonist in this because, Tim Cook is a little bitch boy.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool. Like, so maybe after like everything's burning and that, like she's going to come back and she's going to try and fuck something up because she's going to try and be like, this girl's worth money. I can get her to
Yeah.
this other.
Wrong again.
Nothing. Nothing happened, dude.
Okay. So one of my biggest gripes with Fallen Kingdom is that their super awesome plan is they have a dinosaur that can follow a laser, and that makes it the most intelligent being on the planet. But also, like we've said it before, my dog and cats can do that. And like, how intelligent is it? Is it
To be
intelligent?
reactive to sight and like,
Is it intelligent enough to be like, hey, can you run down to the fridge and grab me a Coke? There's diet in the front, but there's real stuff in the back. That's what I want you like. And is it intelligent? Like, can you do my taxes and get it done before April 15th? Or is it like, no, I point a laser at something and it just stands on its hind legs. And it's like,
it will not stop till
and
it's dead.
Okay. So I thought the Atrociraptor sequence was actually quite good. However, I love and hate the fact at the same time that they were like, fuck you, it goes on the laser. And he just hits her, they shoot him with the laser, and those raptors are like, I'm never stopping now until this. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
but
not
how
like
does
it's
it
a smell.
know?
It's not like
how
it's
is there like radar in its head or like what? It's just like, because if I point a laser on a remote control car and my dog chases the laser on the car, as soon as the
What
car
happens when you
turns the
stop that
corner
laser? Like-
and I take the laser off of it, the dog stops.
It's just lazy writing. They were just like, this is how they're bred and this is what they are.
And
Killing
then
machines.
that's smarter than the Indoraptor. So it's like, what's the point of even having one then?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Dinosaurs, though, I like how there's a good mix of practical and
I did like them making them more like feathery
CGI,
and what you're saying there.
the
What
things
kind
in the
of
cave.
what
Those look good.
when it came up when they were in like the underground market. I was like, this is a very Star Wars kind of vibe.
That's
I
what
was
Liz said too.
I was like, you get like the little dudes like coming out from like in the cage, and I was like, they're clearly little like puppets being moved. That's actual practical effects.
Or when they shot the locks and the big predators come out, you know?
Yeah.
That was cool too. The swimming dinosaur, the ice dinosaur was the most wasted thing.
dude,
Like,
again, nothing happened. Like
dude, she also lifted a full-grown man out of a body of water.
on cracked ice.
Yes,
Like,
on cracked ice, like his whole body out of the water. Like she would like, and it's not like a man-woman thing. It's that no human would be able to
Like,
do that.
it's hard to physically
The
lift
Rock
yourself
might
out
be
of-
able to do that.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to lift yourself out of a pool, let alone like cold water, let alone under cold water, onto ice. It's just
Yeah.
like everything about it is like
It's ridiculous,
it's just
is what it
fucking
is.
Stupid.
I'm trying to think. See the feather dinosaur. It was a good design though. I like the feather raptor. Look cool. Oh, and then so let's talk about the three-way dinosaur battle that fucking comes out of nowhere. The blind dinosaur
Yeah.
with Edward Scissor.
Edward dinosaur hands. Yeah.
Edward Saurus Rex and
T-Rex. and then
T-Rex.
bigger T-Rex.
and the Giganotosaurus.
Yeah.
That's what its name
Giga
is.
Chad.
Gigachad, Rexy, and
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands, yes.
Shit post.
Edward Saurus Rex, yes. The battle rages on for a mere 37 seconds,
This isn't about us.
Yeah, like, which is cool. Like, it's cool that there's some beef between the predators on the island. But what I find to be interesting is that the way that they settled the problem was he put out, the blind guy was just like, I'm trying to find my way out of here. And the T-Rex was smart enough to just shove him into those.
To understand the concept of tools.
Yeah,
and,
and just shove him into those things. And like, I get that the animals can get smarter. Like, I get that. But this was the biggest stretch.
And that was like the final, like, the facility is exploding. You have 30 seconds to get out. Like, this is like that is their, and they have a helicopter right there. There is no actual threat to them.
No urgency.
They just run that way. Like, the urgency is like shit falling on them because the dinosaurs are fighting around them. Like, they're not going to be distracted. They're not going to fight on you. Like,
so then the Giganotosaurus goes out without doing anything spectacular or having any weight on the plot besides for like, this is just a big one.
Yep.
They fight it earlier they stab it in the face. They hit it with the spear thing. They would have been dead, but they're not. And then what's the other? Oh, the blind guy. The blind guy and the T-Rex, though, don't fight at all. They're just like, all right, later, homie.
Nah, they're chill.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll figure that shit out later.
Yeah.
Well, I think the blind guy is just pissed at everybody. It seems like he's one of those things.
He's pissed because he's blind.
Yeah. It's just like you come near me, I'm gonna smack you.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
He's like, I don't care about being an apex predator. He's just like, don't fuck with me.
So then we so speaking about Giganotosaurus, right? I feel like one of the first gripes I heard about the first Jurassic World trailer was people were not okay with the fact that they made a dinosaur, where they're like, we made this super intelligent, this thing that could like camouflage and everything, the Indominus Rex in the first one.
Right.
The second one, they made the Indoraptor because they're like, we're going to sell this raptor and it's so smart it could follow a laser, right? So at least there was always some sort of hype. Like, what is it going to be?
Something about it. Yeah.
Then this one, they threw it in because they needed to have one, and it does nothing for the plot at all. I was like, when's the Giganotosaurus?
When are they going to fight?
The first one was simple enough. It was like, this is what Jurassic Park looks like if it opened up. Science went too far, and one of them got out. Okay, we're fucked right now. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, the second one was like, let's sell the military, and
right, we're gonna commoditize.
And the third one was this weird like mix of like collapsing the global economy with locusts,
which also was
like
it was a back pocket plot. Like the whole thing was driven by that, but it never had any like. It's like, oh, if they fix this, they fix it. If they don't, well, then that's gonna happen. Like, that's the weight it held to me.
It's also one of those things where it's like, why weren't the dinosaurs what did the ecological disasters?
No, the locusts,
Like, you see the Mosasaurus in the beginning take down the fucking crabbing trolley or whatever, and you're just like, okay, why aren't we focusing on how the Mosasaurus is fucking up the oceans?
That was trailer bait.
Yeah, how there was like the T-Rex showed up at the drive-in and fucked everyone's day. Like, we should be talking about those things, not like, well, we rounded them all up and we got them in. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely stupid. And speaking of the Mosasaurus, we got 3 seconds of Mosasaurus. Once again, it's another one of those things where it's like, this is the reason why I saw these movies, because like you added something new to watch, and they just took it away.
There's a weird thing that I think definitely got edited or cut out that I'm not sure if like you picked up on. When they first meet like the Tim Cook guy he greets them at the island.
Yes,
and he's just weird as fuck.
Yes.
Like, okay, weird A, I don't know why, like he's super scatterbrained and everything. And then he's like, oh, do you have my food? Do you have the bar? And he's like, no, you don't. Oh, okay. And then like later throughout the whole thing, it shows him just eating little pieces of like a bar. And I was like, oh, did he manipulate his DNA and he needs to be eating these kind of things, or he needs to be feeding himself some kind of thing?
Ooh, maybe.
And I was like, because I was like, that's just a Chekhov's gun that they never.
Yeah.
I was like, they talk about it, and then you see him several times throughout the movie, like when he's going in an elevator, like eating something or something like that. And it's not in just a character development way.
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, that has to have a reason that they just cut the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because if he had like messed with his own DNA and then gave himself some weird power-y thing or something like that, I mean, it would be wild. Still be a better story than what happened.
Yeah.
Like,
so either way, though, as we know, the Jurassic Park series is critic proof. This made $142 million domestically.
So what was your theater like when you did? Was it full? Like when?
No, not at all.
Really?
It was not full. There
When
was
did
no
you-
cheering. The only cheering that happened was when Sam Neill finally kissed Laura Dern.
Right. Oh yeah, that happened. There's
People were like, some guy was like, you mean 35 years for that? Like, it's like, all right, relax.
I saw it on at midday on a Friday because I was off, and theater was full, and it was half full of kids, which I thought was actually interesting because it's like this is one of the only movies. I mean, we don't talk about kids movies a lot, but that had like a big draw for like kids to come out to. So I think this is one of those like we were talking about, like the parents will bring it, and then like people our age who are like new parents, like with kids like 2 or 3, definitely will either go see it with their parents and their kids maybe. So I think that definitely contributed to being like a family summer blockbuster.
Oh, for sure. But even then, like, dude, first Jurassic World made $1.6 billion at the global box office.
God.
It's one of the highest grossing movies of all time. Jurassic World 2, which was much worse, but actually better than this one, made I think it made 1.5 or 1.4 billion. This one's gonna make $1 billion as well.
It's easily gonna make $1 billion.
You know what? Maybe not. But that being said, globally, it already made 383 billion.
Yeah, it's
383 million.
It's gonna make $1 billion.
It's gonna make a lot of money. And then what was that other one? I remember like a couple days after I saw Jurassic World 2, because it had come out in other countries beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
It was already up to 700 million.
Holy
I was
shit.
like, God damn, yo, dude.
It's printing money.
So what do you want
this.
for the future though? Because I definitely want to see more Jurassic Park movies. It's just like you did the introspective, like actual like film, with the first one, and you tried that again with the sequels and everything, and that didn't work. You went the summer blockbuster route. Let's just make it loud and boisterous and a lot of fun. And that worked for the first movie, and the other 2 movies didn't work, regardless of the fact if they made money or not.
Right.
What do you think they do in the future?
I think you have to go back to basics in the way of like, if you're making a movie that is about the world of dinosaurs, it needs to be about dinosaurs, obviously. Mm-hmm. I think you have I think you got to refresh the entire cast. Like, don't bring back anybody. Can't do any legacy shit. Like, it's just like put new people and new situations with it and make the dinosaurs the massive like protagonists.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't need
there will be another one of these in 5 years.
Yeah,
there will be another Jurassic
don't
Park
need
movie.
humans again being like, we're going to play God and do that's Jurassic Park, but it's like I don't need movie 7 to do this again and do it badly.
Originally, when Michael Crichton was still alive and they were doing concepts for Jurassic Park 4, before they changed it to Jurassic World and made it the original legacy sequel, there was stuff about human dinosaur hybrids and clones and stuff like that. Like that was the direction they were going to go, and they were going to follow the militaristic. It's just, if you're going to pick an idea, go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It, like
actually go for it. Don't do the half-ass shit, where it's like we say we're going to put dinosaurs in the real world and then we don't. Or we say we're going to use dinosaurs as military assets and then we don't.
Yeah.
Like, just try it out and let's see what happens. Like, you teasing it and then doing the same movie again is not what's going to make this better.
No.
So that's where I'm at. You don't got to see this.
There were 2 little fun throwbacky things that I did enjoy. At one point, Jeff Goldblum's shirt it's halfway open.
Oh yeah,
I think it was like, oh, and I was like, that's a nice callback to him just being shirtless pretty much before.
Yeah.
In the old movies, and then they had the that fat Wayne Knight kind of dude, the Newman guy.
Where was Wayne Knight?
I don't know where he was, but they had that they had the lookalike for him in the beginning of it, and I was like, oh, that's fun,
Yeah.
And out of that's as much about the nostalgia I gave a shit about.
Imagine getting cast because you look like.
Let me see if I can find him.
Looking for a Wayne Knight lookalike.
God.
Yeah, no, but it very clearly was fat guy, small glasses, curly black hair. Let me see if I can find him while we're looking at everything else.
But yeah, so Jess, does this sound like a movie you would see?
No, probably not. That's why I didn't go see it, because I knew I wouldn't. I'm not invested in it. I don't care.
You don't care about Jurassic. So let me ask you a question. With all of the praise of the first movie, like the one from '93, would you watch that?
Yeah, I would watch that one. That's fine. That's before, it gets bad.
I definitely think it's kind of like, like the Matrix. Like watch the first Matrix. Jurassic Park. Watch the first Jurassic Park. Like, Terminator. No,
Jaws.
they were good. Terminator T2
Terminator
was real
T2
good.
is way better.
It's awesome. Like, but it's those kind of things where it's like definitely go back to the original. I really I think most people are going to forget that this movie came out.
I forgot I even watched it.
Like it literally. Well, that's the part too. Like this year has had some good fucking movies. Like it's been a solid movie year, and this is just a wet fart in the middle of it all.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to think what next week is. I know we have a good motherfucker coming up. Let me check real quick because I don't want to. What's it called? I want to
tease it a little bit for everybody who's made it here.
I don't want to leave anyone on bated breath. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
Well, they're waiting on my every word.
We're gonna do Lightyear.
That's what it is,
right?
Yeah. Next week is Lightyear. You're seeing that, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
I do love. Apparently, in the beginning, it's like in 1994. Like Andy bought a toy. This is that Toy Story, and I was like, "Fuck yeah,
yeah,
let's go."
fuck yeah.
Like let's keep it going.
All right, so Jurassic World Dominion sucks. Don't if you're into Jurassic Park and you want to see how it all plays out, sure, watch it, but don't expect a lot. If you're not invested, you don't need to watch this. This sucks. There's nothing spectacular about this.
You want to watch some people get hurt?
Yeah, I do. Hit that jam.
Oh yeah, it's the clip of the week. Oh, it's the clip of the week. It's the clip of the week.
All right.
All right. So
I want that shirt.
this clip was sent to me by our good friend Joanne Wright.
Of course, classic.
Okay, got it.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh no! All right, so a kid has poured liquor in a sled, lit it on fire, and he's at the top of his stairs, and guess what he did?
He went down the steps and set the drywall on fire.
Look at the smoke!
Well, that's the fire extinguisher.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So yeah, he pours
So-
What do they say at the end there? Was that did you just say good night?
Oh no. She says, oh no. So for those who are just listening,
Oh, no.
it's a guy in a Santa hat, and I'm guessing he takes let's see what the bottle is.
just looks like it's like vodka.
Some
or
sort of vodka.
tequila
Dude, that's Everclear. That's 100%
Okay,
an
so
Everclear bottle.
Man rips a shot out of the bottle of Everclear and then goes over to one of those, those like
I
plastic.
know Everclear if I've seen it.
you know those plastic sleds that just like, not the red round ones, but like the cheap Walmart sleds.
Toboggans.
It's a plastic
the
toboggan.
Yeah.
long one.
Yeah, a long boy.
Decides to pour a
So he
healthy
rips a
amount.
shot of Everclear, and then he pours a bunch of Everclear in the toboggan, and then he lights it on fire at the top of the stairs.
Cool. Gonna be cool.
Awesome. Great idea.
It's gonna skate down or slide down the
And then
stairs on
he
it.
jumps in it, and he slides right down that motherfucker.
The thing that he forgot is that Everclear is liquid, and he splashed it
Onto the
entirely
drywall.
over the wall and lit his ass on fire, and he's
Yeah.
running around downstairs.
Yeah, he went ass first into that flame.
Oh my god.
I like the initial impact, like right here, like
Like this is one of those things where it's like,
Nice.
like
so like I'm trying to see the camera orientation.
I guess it's like sister whomever is filming it, and she's just running down the stairs with his
Is this
phone.
Okay.
Mom and Dad aren't home.
She's real. I mean, they got to be like drunk as shit at this point because she is like not concerned in any.
She's not
like,
comprehending the fact that their structure that they're on is currently on fire.
Also, that whomever she is with probably will have third-degree burns. They will be going to the hospital pretty damn quick because it's not like you just like
It'll be fine.
wipe that shit off.
It'll be fine. All right. So with that, I think that's the show for this
I think
week.
it is. We'll post the clip of the week as normal on our social, so you can always check that out.
So schmeeds.
So schmeeds.
So schmeeds.
Maybe
And,
this will get taken down again.
Dude, this one might, honestly.
Catch it quick.
Thanks so much for checking it out. Checking out this episode of Press Any Key. Obviously, like, subscribe, leave a comment, a review, anything that helps out.
Check out some
Please.
old ones.
I hate my job.
I know.
Please. No, kidding.
Our Top Gun episode was cool. Check that out if you
Yeah,
haven't
that
heard
was
it.
a good one too. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week with Lightyear. Bye-bye.
Bye.